We're here in downtown Brookline today with Dr. AJ Blood, the co-founder and CEO of AIwithCare. AJ, what are you and your team building?
We're really excited to be taking some really innovative AI technology that we built within Mass General Brigham here in Boston and accelerating clinical trials and enhancing clinical care delivery with the power of AI.
Now, this company pretty much launched this year, so what have you sort of been doing to get it off the ground and reach initial scale?
Yeah, it's a really great question. So we're partnering with pharma companies, device companies, as well as with clinical trial sites to really take the power of the data that they already have to find the right patients to recruit and enroll into their trials so that they can get those trials done faster and more efficiently. Really, one of the major barriers to getting new therapies to market is proving that they're safe and effective in well-done clinical trials. So making that process much more smooth and easy, both for pharma companies and for clinical trial sites, is what we're enabling with our technology.
Yeah, now this startup was born out of your clinical experience. So what have you learned, as a doctor dealing with patients that you would pass back to other doctors, other builders in health tech about how to identify the problems to reach startup scale?
You really have to be in a place where you're doing this first and foremost, like safely, appropriately, above board. One of the major challenges with the technology these days is it's so ubiquitous. Being sure that you're being safe and compliant with patient data, the laws and regulations that are out there, you really need to make that a foundation. Once you've gotten that under a good handle, being able to work with innovative clinical teams as well as researchers and clinicians who are able to integrate some of these new tools and technologies in patient care as well as clinical research is really amazing. It's just been such an accelerant and efficiency driver across our research teams and our care delivery programs and platforms. It really has been shown that it's been making a huge difference. We've done this in well-run academic studies. I like to tell any startup, any clinical team that I'm working with, data is the foundation of who you are and what you're able to do and sell. So we've done this, published in the New England Journal, published in the JAMA, the Journal of the American Medical Association. So really starting from our core, which is academic, medical, data-driven, and really taking that evidence that we've built here within Mass General Brigham and really just being able to take that out to the world. So I think, being regulatory compliant, doing a data-driven approach are two really main keys of actually getting uptake and scale of your technology or approach.
And last but not least, how can we help your team and your company grow here in Boston and beyond?
I mean, Boston is the place for clinical research. We've got so many amazing clinical trial organizations, so many amazing companies doing clinical research, pharma companies, device companies. So if you or your colleagues are in there trying to get a new drug or device to market, if you are looking to help accelerate the clinical trial pathway, really change the paradigm on how we can get these trials done faster, more efficiently, clinical research organizations, site networks, these are the people that we're working with to try to make them better at what they do and really just helping patients get access to better therapies sooner. We see this technology as a massive innovator in the way that we can both change clinical research, change clinical care, and eventually just make the world a better place. So we're really excited about that.
This is Dr. AJ Blood, AIwithCare, Matt from MGMT Boston on this episode of Lantern. Thanks so much for joining us.